Welcome, strategy gamers, to Headquarters World War II. My name is DasTactic. Welcome to the channel and welcome to this one-off video. Basically, we're going to be having a look at this game, which I've been looking at for quite a few months. I've been sort of following the development of the game and salivating at just what to expect from it. It looks very, very good. Just a quick summary of what it is. It's basically a game where you can play as either the US forces, the United Kingdom forces, or as Germany. I don't know if the UK includes the Commonwealth. I'm just not sure about that one. But anyway, you can play as one of the three. There isn't a campaign for each of these as well, like you've got the US campaign. At the moment with this version, I should just point out, this is not a release candidate. This is literally just something that I've been allowed to show like a cut down version of the game. There's still a lot of work to be done, so expect bugs, expect there to be a lot of changes. I'm concerned about a few things which I'll go through as well, but as I say, I'm not going to make a song and dance about it too much. I mean, other than what I normally do, just because it's so far out from launch. It's still a good month away from launch yet, so who knows what will change. So what we actually end up having is we've got these campaigns. I was tempted to play one of these, like the German one was part of the demo. They had a demo of just the first of the German missions, and we only have the first missions available in each of these different campaigns. So I certainly could play them, and it's interesting. Like, this is the Allied landing operation begins tomorrow morning. Captain, your objective is to make sure the landing will happen by capturing the bridges over the River Orne and the Caen Channel. These rivers separate the landing. So you can sort of see there, this is fairly interesting. If we have a look back into here, this is the actual beaches of Normandy. This is Omaha Beach, for example, and then we don't get to see what these other ones are, but there's a lot of different maps that they basically have built. The maps are very simple, I've got to say, which is great because it means that randomizing a map is not going to be too onerous at all. So I think building your own maps is going to be something quite good. I really should have played the training again, before I did this, and I think I will. I think I will, then I'll come back, because what I want to show is we've got the campaign, but we've also got Skirmish. Now, the way that you can play this game ultimately is you're going to be able to go to the editor, which is not available just yet, but the editor will then allow you to build a random map, and so there will be random map settings in through there. I think you can then save the map. You can then come into skirmish mode, and then you'll have your maps in through here, I'm thinking, based on what you've built. So we've got different maps that are available to us. And so you can see through here. I'll come back and show you this, because this, for me, is by far the most interesting part of the game. But this is also a part of the game which I wasn't told I was allowed to show, but it's in there, it's open, so I'm going to show it anyway. Even though I don't think it's ready yet, but I still want to show you what it's got, because what I really like about this is how games can be set up. This is also doesn't have to be just against the AI. It can be player versus player. So you can't. Oh, hang on, no, you can't. I thought it could have been. That would have been cool if there was. Okay, that's interesting. I hadn't tested that before. So I assumed that you could actually have a hot seat game, which would be awesome if that was the case. In fact, is there a one? If we go back. Oh, multiplayer. There's multiplayer there. So I think this is the sort of game that would be awesome as a hot seat game. So again, that's turned off. So we don't get to see what's in that particular box in through there. But the skirmish mode is something that I'm really, really looking forward to playing, as in a big way with random maps. So we'll certainly test that out when the game does actually launch, as I say, in about a month's time. In the meantime, I'm just going to go off and do my training. I've done a bit of it. I've started it. It's quite, I'll show you just a part of the training, because I'm a little way in. So, oh, hang on, I've got to start surely I don't have to start all the way from the start again. No, I'm not going to do that again. Anyway, the training is good. It does sort of explain, like Q&E will then sort of allow you to rotate around, WASD to sort of move around on the actual map itself. Sorry, the talking. I'll just go and grab, so unit selection. So when you click on it, it just goes through all the different bits and pieces. Anyway, I'll play this, and now
you can get our chaps moving.
okay, then we can just right click and move across.
So you'll
Come on, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it. So these are the objectives through the training. It does take a bit of time to go through the training. It really does hold your hand all the way through. Here we go, there's movement. So we'll just go that way. Anyway, I will do the training and then I'll come straight back and we'll play a skirmish game. Right, so I've done the training, which is actually worth doing. So if you're new to the game, by all means do it. You will actually learn a lot about how to play the game. It does step you through quite sequentially and quite nicely. It does take a little bit of time to get it going. Now, we do actually have, as I said before, we've got the campaigns. You can, at the moment, I'm allowed to show these. I probably will do another video of one of these campaigns because these are scripted, and so these are going to be much more difficult than just playing a skirmish game against the AI. The AI at this point in time, and just remember that this is an early build, they didn't mention that skirmish was available for me to play, but hey, it's there, so let's go and have a look and see. I think more for the promise of what's going to be coming, but the AI is very, very weak in this one. So let's just go through and open this one up, I think. So what I think will happen is people will often just go into here, generate a random map, and then come back and have it saved, and then go back into skirmish mode. And then I'm guessing that your maps that you build and save will then end up in this list over through here. So we've got, at the moment, we've got 6 different maps. You can sort of see through here, 2-player maps in through this other side, width of 25, height of 18, so X and Y basically. Then we go 24 by 24, so just like a square area. I haven't played this map. I might play this one actually and just sort of see how we go. You've got Riverside Battles. These are going to be where, these will be the multiplayer type maps as well. Crossfire at 3 hills. So you've got 3-player, you've got 4-player, back and through here as well. You can change your teams. So you've got everyone sort of playing on the same team if you're wanting to. Actually, maybe you can't. It's funny, I thought you'd be able to. I assumed that was actually going to be where you'd go. This would be the start locations. Oh, it's funny, actually, I just assumed that you'd be able to gang up. And it would have been cool if you could, I've got to say. That would have been really quite nice. So I'm not sure if that will come. It looks like you can have up to 8 players, so that's interesting. So it's just your colour. It says team. Maybe, can you do second team? Oh, you can. There's your team. So you can, if you're wanting to, have a whole lot of group ganging up. This is just the player colour. Okay, that's fine. So you can still do it this way. Can't add any more than what the map actually allows, so we've got up to 4 players in through there. It's not remembering that, which is fine, that's good. So that's actually where we are. Let's go with the military base takeover, and we'll just play this particular map, I think. One thing I've sort of found is that the map turns, 10 turns is just not really long enough to be able to do anything, so either up that or turn the timer off. Also the victory points, back and through here. This is the target victory points as to what you have to get to when you capture different locations. I would suggest that we change that up to maybe sort of like 70, so a fair bit more. Starting prestige is how you start to build your armies. You then actually have a prestige income rate of 100 per turn. I think that this needs to have a diminishing effect where it basically has, and then it diminish, like prestige diminish at, and then a turn number, and then prestige diminish to, and then a different number. So you can at least build up initially, and then drop it right down to either 0 or 10 or something like that, just so it's harder to build. And also, I don't know if the prestige income rate is per location that you capture, because the AI does have a hard time expanding at this point in time, and I don't know if that'll be. I'm hoping that'll be fixed by the time the game is launched. But I'm thinking that it would take a bit for the AI to be able to go and do that. So let's just go and change this one down to say 50. It's a bit too much at the moment. The way it sort of does work, you end up with a mountain of prestige and you just don't spend it. So so there's something there that something needs to be rebalanced in there. Certainly from my perspective. Unit starting level, we'll start on level 0, and I've just enabled 1 hero. I have actually set the HQ skills to reinforcement and rally. I'll explain what this is in the game, but by default these come back in with none and none, but you can sort of set these up with different sorts of benefits that each player then gets to use, like different artilleries and stuff like that. But reinforcement and rally, I think, are useful. So we'll just go with that one. I think we turned off the timer. Control the flag. Now, this is, if I turn this one off, this is the victory point one. If we end up with that one turned off, then we're going to have to wipe them out. And then the actual the points don't really then play any big role. But let's leave it on with 70 points we have to acquire. So we'll start the game. This is the difficulty, and you can change the difficulty during the game as well, by the way. So you don't have to stay, on whatever difficulty you're on. But we'll just leave it on challenging, which is 100% all the way across the board. So I haven't played this map. Haven't looked at it. I did look at the other map. I played a couple of games on the other one. So there's the dreaded cows. That if you do happen to move a unit near the cows, they fly off the map. So it looks like we may see this, because this is actually where we're starting. Actually, I did want to start off as the British. I might just go back out and just do that again. Sorry, as the Germans. I'm sort of used to the German equipment, and so I'm just going to go back to Skirmish, military base takeover, 70. 50 and through there. It's not remembering this, which I sort of almost wish there was like a default button to bring it back to the defaults, but it did remember what you did. Time will turn off. I'm going to change this player to Germany and this player to UK. So that's what we ended up having. Might change the color to red, just so I can see it very clearly between the different groups. And that's where we are. That's all good. Okay, so we'll start the game. And okay again.
Now we begin.
Here we are. So we now have the German start. Now the way it works is we've got to control control HQs, one of two. So if we can control the HQ, that's the conquest victory. Killing enemies as well. Look, there's going to be, that's how many enemies there are. Like as they build them, we'll have to then go and destroy them. And then we've got victory points up through here as well, where we've got 0 of 70 victory points. Let's have a look and see the actual map itself. So as we come back across, there's a victory point in the middle there. I'm looking at the XYZs and just seeing if there's any. There's a one there. There's a benefit at that location. This central location is actually height 3. That's really what this whole map is going to be about. Is going to be claiming that's a height 2. So we will have to get into those sorts of locations. That one's also a height 2. Let's just go back. I'll just zoom back out a little bit and just have a bit of a look. Okay, they're starting off there. So this central area is where people will be sort of attacking. Now to get to that, we're going to need to get artillery. If tanks come up, we're going to need to be destroying those. And we've got the 2 locations there and there as well. So it's going to be all these locations through the middle here. The rest of it won't really matter that much. So we'll need to get across there very, very quickly. Infantry is not really going to be all that beneficial, except for these other areas through here. I think tanks are going to be really what's going to be important, or guns. I think we'll start off with guns. So let's go and do that. So now getting through, there is a track there, a dirt road that leads across the edge. Don't know if we can get yeah, we should be able to get across there with even with a truck. So let's go ahead and just start to build. So we'll just get some sort of presence. Now initially I'm going to go with these are the towed guns. We've got the pack guns, we've got the flak guns, we've got the 88s, and then we actually do have an artillery gun as well. Artillery is going to be very, very important for us. And I'm going to go and get an 88. So I'm just going to grab one of these anti-tank guns to start with. I'm going to acquire that for 410. I'm going to buy. Now this one here, I can buy any one of these. This one's only 75. Let's go and try that. We can always change it afterwards. It's quite adaptable. So acquire the blitz with the pack gun. We'll just deploy that one, which means that that's now deployed there. The first turn I don't get to do anything. I'm going to go and buy also artillery if I've got any. Actually, no, I'll get a whole lot of infantry. Let's just go across to the infantry and through here. So really what we want to have is like anti-tank teams, scout teams, so we can sort of spot a bit more effectively. Panzer Grenadiers and paratroops would be useful. Panzer Grenadiers would be like our main assault weapons. Flamethrowers, again, if we're going up against other units, we've got snipers there as well, which would be fairly useful actually on this map as well. So we've got a lot. Really, I can only get 2 of these specialties. 230 there for a machine gun, 310 for mortars. Now the mortars is also artillery, which is going to be useful. This is for suppression. So we'll go with the rifleman. I can get more of those, but in reality I need to have more powerful units. So let's go with Panzer Grenadiers. We'll acquire that one. Now I've still got 290 left. So I could grab an anti-tank team, or I could grab a scouts team. This is sort of their abilities back over through here. They can assault. They are perceptive. Any unknown enemy units become identified instead. That's going to be probably not as important as getting more of these assault type guys. These have got assaults, which we'll need. They can board transports. Let's go and acquire another one of those. Got 65. Now I can't go and grab anything to transport them around. So we'll deploy both of these. I don't know if I can get rid of these. Yeah, we can sell them back here if we wanted to. Anyway, we'll deploy both of those. So that's all we can do this turn. So we're down to 65. We're going to end our turn.
Now we begin.
Now that's interesting. We ended up with another 200. Okay, I'll have to keep tabs on that. I'm not sure why that's working like that way.
Heading to new position.
We need to claim the high ground as fast as we can.
What are your orders, sir?
So we can sort of just start to charge on through. I'm thinking that we're better off taking 2 and leaving 1 and then coming back for the other one. So let's move this way.
Move. Grenadiers reporting.
And we'll march this one over this way. So with 265, let's go and see what else we can get with this one. So if we go to the scout cars, these are a lot more. The tanks, we're going to have to save up for them. Assault guns, nothing much in through there. SP guns, too expensive in through there. So we're back with infantry yet again. I think 265, that does allow me to get... No, I can't even get an anti-tank team at this stage, which would be useful. I think we save up. Although, no, I think I will get one more Panzer Grenadier team. We'll acquire that one. And only got 40 left, so we'll deploy that as well. So that's all we can do this turn. We'll end our turn again.
Now we begin.
It'd be cool if there was a way to get rid of the trees, as well, so just so you can sort of get things so that they don't really sort of show down. Now, I should be able to get across here.
Moving out.
I'm gonna have to get some. I've put everything down to the fact that this guy can get across, but I bet you he can't. We've got 240, so another 200. That's not that's not what we thought it was. Let's move this one up towards this location. So it's in the trench.
What are your orders, sir? Move. Grenadiers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to grab another tank, I think. So I'll have to save up.
Now we begin. What's our destination?
Oh, good. Yeah, we can move up. So I'm going to move this one up, and where do I want to place it? We're going to be wanting to. Now, unfortunately, one of the. This is where I really wish that there was like a field of view, like a line of sight tool that allowed you to sort of see all sorts of things, but it doesn't actually do it. So I'm going to go and place this gun over in this back corner.
Transport on its way.
There we go. At least that one got through. So this is the heights, and so we do want to go and place this one. We're just going to go and offload, so drop off at that point there. That should give me a field of fire.
Here to deal with enemy armor, sir.
Aha, it didn't actually, it's got it on the flanks, but not on the side here. So this is what I mean, like I need to be able to spot things better than what this one does. I wish that the tool would give you other things. I'm just going to go and place that one back on board again. And I think I can just keep on doing this.
Heading to new position.
Actually, no, I've got to wait next turn to do that one. I'll just, yep, I'll leave that one okay where that one is.
Grenadiers awaiting orders.
These are hard points.
For the fatherland.
So we're sort of inside a bunker, but we'll get across this other bunker next turn.
What are your orders, sir?
This one I'm just going to rush up and grab this location.
Move.
I love what they've done with this game. It's a really nice looking game, and it is very much just a pure tile-based war game to a large degree.
Grenadiers reporting.
And it does well.
As ordered.
440. We'll still just keep on bringing it. I'll wait a couple more turns, and then we'll just see if we can sort of do what we have to do with these 4 units that we actually have.
Now we begin.
Yep. So 640.
Transport awaiting orders. Grenadiers awaiting orders.
See, if I move over, I might as well see what
Fatherland.
the others can fire at. So we've got fairly good field of fire there.
Move. Repositioning as ordered. Enemy position discovered.
All right, so we've spotted a few of them now. Now we're in the bunker. We've got a 72%. Now this is one where I really wish that I had have
Orders, sir.
gotten some artillery.
For the fatherland.
Now it can't. Actually, you can fire across the front there. I really wish that we could see the line of sight. So I'll just place that one there. We do get to see a little bit if anything does come back up.
What's our destination?
I'm assuming that if I click into here, again, the line of sight really important.
Anti-tank ready.
Okay, so we've got a few different things in through here now. So I'm just going to go and change the facing so that we're facing that way. I'm going to move this thing down to go back and pick up more troops.
Moving out.
So I can just go back and keep on bringing things in if I have to. At this point, we now have an 88.
Current objective?
So we've got ourselves an unknown in through there. We've got an assault squad in through there, and just an infantry group in through this other side. So you can see in the top right, it's got like the your unit's attack versus, in this case, riflemen. And so the hit chance is 51%. The damage is likely to be 2. If it's a graze, it'll be just 1. There's no chance we're going to miss. If it's a critical hit at 6%, we'll do 4 damage. So press C key to show the extended combat prediction. If we go C, it then just goes through all sorts of different things going. And I love this. I love seeing this in games. Sorry, I'm actually in the way of everything. I'm just going to move where my head is. Just bear with me. Just move over to here. I'll still be in the way a little bit, but nowhere near as much. Sorry about that if I've been sort of in the way of other things up until now. So what we actually ended up having is we've got riflemen, which are probably the most dangerous. Like if I go and click on these, that's what they can fire at so far. This one here can fire at nearly everything, so this is becoming the bigger threat. It can't quite fire at me yet.
Successful hit.
Okay, we've got 2 of them, so that was a normal hit. So when we have a look at the at what was done, now we've got, the way it works is we've got 2 actual actions. We've still got 1 left over there, and then when it's not our turn, we get to do other things as well. So in this case, I'll just go. I've got a 52% chance now of getting another 2 damage.
A hit.
That's
How
another
about
2. That's good. And so we don't have any more actions for this particular round with this unit. The group in the bunker can wipe them out at 72%. So we have a essentially we've got like a 29 plus 44 is going to give us, like, we only need 1 more pip done from that one, and then that one's been destroyed. So we'll just go and do that. Oh, we missed. And it has reaction fire. It can fire back. It did miss again. I'm just going to fire again.
insufficient
There we go.
damage.
Only a graze, but that was enough to destroy the unit. So that's one unit down. And it is a bit of a battle of attrition. We do need to sort of make sure that we have all of these things covered. So I'm going to be bringing this one across into one of these positions. This is just clear. This one is a trench. So we'll have a look at the trenches fairly soon.
What are your orders, sir?
This unit, we can just go and capture this as well.
Move, move.
We've seized a key point.
And we now need to move down to, well, possibly, I'll just go into one of these buildings. We've got a building there, yeah, 2 buildings. So I'll just move across
Repositioning as ordered.
into this position. We've got a wreck there, so we just sort of positioned on the actual wreck itself. We haven't lost any units at all just yet, so this is all going fairly positively for us. Now we're going to have some reaction shots, so we now need to start to protect this top area. 640, not quite enough yet for us to be able to really build anything up. I can grab a Kubel wagon, like a recon, but I think I prefer to get something a bit more meaty with what we're doing. So we've got, yeah, Tigers are 1400, so we're not quite where we need to be just yet. The Panzer III, even that's not really what I think I prefer to get either a Panther or a Tiger at this stage. So I think I'll leave it where that is. The assault gun, not really. I mean, I'm thinking of even just getting some, like a Wesp, although that's 700 again as well. Well, we could always go with the towed guns. There's only 390. I think I might grab one of those just so I've got some artillery. Like this has got bombardment. I think that'll be the only one that does have bombardment. Yeah, the others are basically just going to be doing low profile, hitting tracks and stuff like this. But this one here is actually going to be more of a bombardment weapon. So let's go and acquire this and bring that up as well. And look, I will actually grab another truck as well. So we'll acquire that one and deploy. Just that this truck was a fair way down. And so we'll start to move this one up and we'll just position it in behind the front. So maybe in here somewhere. So we'll end our turn there. Yeah, they missed us. The bunker is in a good position here. Our morale is dropping. Now we've got the height. There we go. 2 hits. That's a good start for us.
Now we begin.
So we're still doing okay. Now, if we have a look at the morale that they've got 107 of 125. Now, when they level up, we'll see it down the bottom through here, where there's going to be some sort of level up. Now, they should get it at some point. Only got a 38% chance of actually hitting that one.
Anti-tank ready.
This one does have a shot, but not at that. Yeah, we don't get to see what that actually is at this stage. Let's go this way. Yeah, if I go into any of these, that's an immovable obstacle. I think I'm just going to go and position myself so that I've got the cover at least coming down that other side.
What are your orders, sir?
Now, I'll try it again. It's going to have reaction shots. It's got 3 reactions. That's another graze. Actually, that was good. That was ambush, so it didn't get its shot back. We'll have one more shot at it. This is now up to 42%. Oh, I think we were lucky. Wow, we got it. We actually destroyed it. That's really, really cool. Now, unfortunately, there's a tank coming, and there's and so there's an unknown unit. There's a couple of other unknown units, and then we've got the quarter pounder as well. Now we've destroyed 2 of 6 at this stage. There'll be more that will come across.
Grenadiers reporting.
Now I could get down into the trench line, or I could start to bring this one back towards the other fight. I don't think that they will come this way. it's all clear. There's a dirt road there, bit of cover. I'll go down into the trench line. So we'll just position ourselves there. That way we'll be able to attack. Now we may be able to get across there as well. We'll see how we go.
Transport awaiting orders.
Now, unfortunately, can this one get off the road and past again? No, it's going to be blocking wherever it's going to go.
Transport on its way. Engine warmed up and ready. Heading to new position. Transport awaiting orders.
Move that one across, and I'll start to now wait until we get other things. Now, did that just go up by a heap with all these with these points actually then taken? I think it may have. We'll see what happens. It's 575 now. If we end the turn, it's going to be. Actually, they're now all moving around. It's not too effective, I think, because of the heights, and we're inside the bunker. We don't know what sort of tank that is. If it's in red, it's an unknown.
Now we begin.
Oh, it's only a little scout wagon. Okay, no, it is going up by a lot every turn now because we've actually now got the objectives. So we'll keep this one back in here.
Grenadiers awaiting orders.
So we'll leave that one there.
What's our destination, sir?
And with these with bombardment, I can sort of position these any old place. So I think I could even just leave it in the corner here. I think I might do that.
Moving out.
I'm just not 100% sure what the range is of this. If we have a look at it.
Artillery ready.
What's the damage? Attack range 20. That should be enough for us to do what we have to do in there.
Engine
So let's go and
ready.
offload this one into here.
Artillery waiting for orders.
Yeah, and I can actually start to drop these on these different units.
Good.
3 hit, that's great. And I've got now an 82%, so this is going to be awesome.
No more misses.
A miss,
Reload.
unfortunately. So this is useful. This is artillery that we've now got.
Awaiting orders. Transport on its way.
We'll just bring these
Heading to
through
new position.
to pick up other things. Getting another one of those would actually be very, very useful. We've got 975. It does allow me to bring in some sort of tank at this point in time. Let's go and... We could even go off and grab this if we had to with another infantry. I might just grab another infantry because it looks like we're going up by about 400 now per turn at this point in time. Must be to do with these, with the objectives. I think it tells you anywhere where you actually get them from. No, it's not giving us the numbers. Yeah, no, it's just the per unit. So anyway, let's go back. Let's go and acquire maybe one more Panzer Grenadier. These are very, very strong. That'll do us. Okay, so we'll just go and acquire that one and deploy. And that's going to be ready to deploy onto the truck next
What's our
turn.
destination, sir?
So we'll leave them where they are and leave the 750, and then we'll try to get something bigger, like an actual heavy tank. Okay, we'll end our turn here. At least we've got this is interesting. Like in the first map, the AI didn't leave. Well, this is their spawn location. They're hardly leaving it at all. Like they're not really aggressive. So the AI is not great in this version. But as I say, this is early days, so who knows?
Engine warmed up and ready.
Let's end our turn. We can see units that can still move, but I don't want these moving.
Grenadiers reporting. Grenadiers awaiting
And
orders.
again, these just have to wait where they are. I'll end a turn. So Overwatch has kicked in. And we've got 3 hits there, that's good. It's now coming through.
Now we begin.
Now this is not
What is our
movable.
current objective?
It's all it can really see is this one in through here. So it sort of can see them in the corner there. I'm just going to leave it where it is.
What are
And
your
again,
orders, sir?
this one in through here has actually got the ability to do some damage here. 96%. There's a again when we look at up in the top right corner there, hit chance to get another 3. That's out in the open. So we've sort of that was awesome. There we go. Critical hit. We destroyed it, and I can't attack that one. Can't attack that one at this stage. But we now have this one again with 2 more units, 2 more in through here. So I've now got a 76% chance of actually hitting this vehicle, and this will then suppress it. So I could actually.
Grenadiers awaiting orders.
I could, like at the moment, this one is covering us. So it's got the covering range for all of these if it's required. If I fire at it, there's a sort of interesting way of it working. There's 3 reaction fires for any unit through here. So if I attack it, actually you have to go, that's interesting, I have to go back up this way. I thought I could just move out. Oh, yeah, I can still. Okay, I was trying to keep safe. That's interesting. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so we can go. Yeah, okay. So I can go this way, but if I do that way, they're then going to attack me. You can sort of see that that's what's going to happen if that's the case. What we'll do though is we'll go and suppress it. It only takes 1 shot to suppress.
Just a warm-up.
In fact, that almost killed it. This one here is at 75%. All of these are awesome shots that we actually have through here. This one here is just a 17-pounder, and this one here is a Willys MB. So we'll just go and try to destroy it.
Just a warm-up.
There we go. That's been destroyed. Now that does open up this this area through here for us if we wanted to, or you could get into the trench as well, which I think I'm going to do. I don't know exactly what this is just yet. Overwatch. It missed, luckily. And get down into the trench line. Now we're getting Overwatch from here. No, another Overwatch. We did get 1 graze. So we've taken one piece of damage at this point in time. So we will have to go and clear this one off. This is going to become a bit of a problem.
Transport awaiting orders.
Now I'm going to move this one onto the
What's our
transport.
destination, sir? Engine warmed up and ready. Transport awaiting orders.
Let's move this one back around.
Moving out.
Pick up one of the others.
What's our destination, sir?
Move this one out.
Transport on its way.
1100. I need about 1400. So 1 more turn, then I can start to get myself a large tank.
Here to deal with enemy armor, sir.
So I don't know what this is at all.
What are your orders, sir?
I'm going to leave that one where that is,
Grenadiers.
and that one as well.
Grenadiers awaiting orders.
All right, so I'm going to let this one take a bit more damage. If I then need to do something with it, I can then go and reinforce it, like if we take too much damage. We'll see how we go. Now this one here, you can see if I move to there, it can't fire at me. And so I could even get into there, which would give me a... So if I can survive this next turn, I think I'll actually move that way and do it that way. But it will probably end up attacking it with our artillery. Let's just end our turn here. Miss.
Now we begin.
We are in the trench. All right.
Waiting to rain down hell. Ceasefire.
Yep, there we go. That's been destroyed.
What are your orders, sir?
Well, that's no longer a big threat. Now, this one here is, we can sort of see that we get shots at it, which means it should have shots at us as well. Let's go and move into the front line here. Another graze. That's a 40% back into there because they're inside the building. And these are just riflemen.
Anti-tank ready.
Let's just see if we can do some damage with this.
Cannot miss again.
We missed, but we did do some damage to the building, so the building will start to be diminished.
Successful.
There we go,
hit.
2 hits there. That's good. We've still got one more artillery strike as well.
Artillery ready. Just a warm-up.
Another graze.
Grenadiers reporting.
Okay, and then we've got 60% chance of doing some damage in here.
Victory for the fatherland.
Oh, there we go. We finished the battle. We actually destroyed all of their units. Okay, well that was it's not there yet. You can sort of see, but that was pretty cool anyway. So we sort of got through there. So we won with units killed. Ultimately, that was the kill enemies. So there was no more. I don't know why they didn't bring any more in. They should have been getting 200 points per turn. And yeah, I'm not sure why that's the case. I'm not understanding these rules yet. So that's the first one of those sort of victories that I had. That did happen. They're pretty fast little games, as you can sort of see. Anyway, I love where the game is heading. The AI does need a lot of work, so I'm hoping that will be looked at before it goes through. Yeah, there we go. We've got 6, and I wonder if the enemies is something where it goes back and forwards the killed and lost, and so it's sort of it's got like a balancing things. That may be one of the other victory points. Because victory points was nowhere near the 70 that we were going for. It was purely on enemies killed, the objectives. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, so maybe even just control HQs would be the better way of playing it. Victory points though seem to give you extra points to spend. Yeah, the prestige. Then he had 710 prestige. We had heaps more. Can look at player 1 and sort of see what actually happened there. The AI player. So what they actually had. Units lost, units purchased. So that there cost them 580. So they still had 700 that they could have purchased. Interesting. Yes, we actually had a lot more than what they did. Ultimately, in the end. So it must be the points. Again, it would be cool if it showed all of that through here. We can go back to the battle and sort of see what was around, but we sort of saw it all there anyway. The battlefields are quite nice and small, which is great. I'll just finish the battle. And there we go. So that's Headquarters World War II. That's an example of Skirmish. I will play, and maybe as we get closer to launch, I will play a campaign. I'm guessing that the full game will be available to me at some stage in the coming weeks. And so I also want to do something to show the editor and to do some random maps as well. So I am looking forward to that. Skirmish is probably where I'm going to be wanting to play the game more than anything. But campaign, I think, will be where people will probably play it more than what I do in that sort of sense, I guess, because at least that's scripted. And so certain things happen as you hit different objectives on the actual maps themselves. Anyway, I will certainly be covering this a lot over the coming months. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Oh, please, I always forget, until I actually finish everything off, I normally end the recording, but please like and subscribe if you've made it this far in. I do a lot of this sort of content. I do enjoy it. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.